Hi everybody, and welcome to Erica Vision. Today we are at Cedars of Lebanon State Park here in Nashville, Tennessee. We're right outside Nashville, Tennessee in a place called Lebanon, and we are at the campers check-in because we are going to be here for the next 3 days. And I'm going to be your tour on telling you some things that you can do here in the park. So let's get started. Okay, right behind me, guys, we checked in, and that is the camp store as well. So if you find yourself needing some supplies, it's very limited, but they do have some stuff in here. Directly across the street is a dumping station, and it's a dual dumping station, which is good, so you don't have to wait in line to dump your tanks. Right behind us is campsite 2 and 3. And on the other side, behind the office, is campsite 1. And 1 is a pull-through, where 2 and 3 is a back-end with hookup. So now at this campsite, it does not have full hookup, meaning that you do not have for sewer. You have water and lights, and that's it. But you can come here to the dumping station and dump, okay? Unless you have some kind of handicap, they have full hookup, but it's only 4 slots. So, and then you have to show a placard or something proving that you're handicapped other than just your word for it. But lot 1 is an older lot, so it's a pull through, and these over here are bigger and they have Wi-Fi. So that's always a plus. So they do have some stuff we can do around here. We're gonna take a quick tour. It is extremely cold out here, and as you can see, it snowed last night, and so I am freezing. So we're gonna take a quick tour, and I hope you find this helpful. First, before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscription button and hit that notification bell, because you never know where I might end up. And if you'd like to be a co-producer, down in the description is our Patreon page. Now let's finish this tour. Okay, guys, as soon as you get into the park, you'll see a sign here that says park office. It has reservations a little further up. They have cabins here. They have a campground, which is where we are, and I'll show you where to check in a few minutes as we go up. They have riding horses or stables and a swimming pool, and you also can do frisbee golf here. They have a number of trails, and we're going to take a walk over there, and I'll show you a couple of the trails as we get started. Now, I'm pretty sure all this would be awesome if it wasn't snow on the ground, but we're going to check them out anyway because we're doing a park review. And who knows, you might want to come here when there is no snow. So you'll stop here. There is the park office right behind me. And then up the road, I will show you how to check in for the campsite. And we are just going to kind of enjoy the day to the best of our ability and have some fun. So let's go take a look at those trails. We may not take the trail, but we'll show you where they are and how long they are and how far they are. And then you can kind of make that decision of whether this is a trail for you or whether it's not. So let's get over to it. Okay, here in this same parking lot, there is the first trail. And this one is Cedar Glades Trail. It is a half-a-mile loop, which is not too bad if you're having some walking issues or inclines or things of that nature. It is right by the office for the park. They don't really have a visitor center, but they do have like the camping store, which I will show you where that is later. So they have the trail, and they have some information about the trail. They have stuff on the trees. I guess these are butterflies you can see along the trail, and then Cedars of Lebanon State Park Trail sign. Over here is a little bit more information about the park. So if you are a history buff and like to know about history, this is good to know information. Right here is no bicycles allowed, so it's not a bike trail, but you can download the app that finds trails. And so if you're really into hiking, and I like to hike, so if it wasn't cold, I would probably take this trail because it's not a strenuous trail. And you can check out my blog a little bit more. This is Fun at Plus, and it kind of tell you about my experience here and some of the things that I did. This is a beautiful, picturesque view. Is that you all know I love photography. So this is one of the trails you can take. So if you have any issues, or if you're a person of size like myself, you can do this no problem. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, you guys, now they have some shelters. We're a little bit further down the road. They have some shelters if you wanted to have some event out here or some seating or a bunch of people coming to eat. And here is our next trail. It is across the street. This one is a 2-mile loop. So this is just something to think about if you want to take a longer trail. As you can see right now, it's closed, so you wouldn't be able to take this trail. But we're gonna walk right up next to it. And this is the Cedar Forest Trail. Let me see if I can get in a little closer so you can see it. It's the Cedar Forest Trail, and it's a 2-mile loop. This one is also not a biking trail, so this is a walking trail. So you'll have to use your best judgment whether this is a trail that you think you can make. It looked like it has a little bit of an incline, so if you're a person of size, you want to take that into consideration when you're going through the forest or through the woods by yourself or with some friends. Take into account the inclines. All right, we're gonna take it on down the road just a little bit further and see some other things that they have. They also have a baseball field out here, a park for the kiddos, and some stables. Hopefully we'll be able to see some horses. I don't know if they're out or if it's just too cold. Okay guys, we're coming to our final stops here in the park. Behind me is the barn where they have the horses. Looks like everything's pretty much closed. I talked to the park ranger and he told me that a lot of people, because of the snow, called out, so there's nobody really here. But they do have the stables back there, which is pretty cool. And there's another trail straight ahead. Well, actually there's 2 trails and they're towards the back of the park. So they have one side where there's cabins and where there's the campsite and all that. Then they have the other side where there's some trails and where you can go for picnic areas if you just want to come and spend a day. And then the barn behind me over there. We'll take a look at this last trail. And like I said, you can check out my blog. It is Fun at Plus with Erica Vision. And I will put a link to that in the description below. I also appreciate a thumbs up if you found this video of this park helpful, and also subscribe because we're going to be heading out west in a couple weeks and I would definitely love to take you with me, and I will drop all these links below. All right, so this particular trail over here is a horse trail, so it's for you to ride the horses on. Unfortunately, there's nobody here and we don't have the option of doing that. But if you're thinking about coming in the summer, they have a nature center here as well, and that would be open coming soon in the summer. And right behind me is the trail for the horses, as you can see right there. So the barn is right across the way and the trail is right behind me. And there's one more trail further up and it takes you to like a spring, which is pretty cool. So we're going to conclude this video. I hope you find it helpful, or at least help you to make up your mind whether Cedar Point, no, whether Cedar Point Park is this. Totally flaked. Anyways, Cedars of Lebanon. Okay, Cedars of Lebanon. If Cedars of Lebanon is a park you'd like to visit, I hope you found this video helpful and found some things you can do here. One more thing I want to mention is they do have a baseball field and they have frisbee golf. So it's at a